Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options and Play video update. So this was the move that many were expecting for a while, and now post FOMC we are there. So SPY has officially dropped to get back down to the June low. Some people may say, okay, we didn't get it price price for price, dollar for dollar, right? But my take is we drop 70 points off our August high and we come within 70 cents of the June low. That's a retest to me, right? I think also playing into it is the fact that pretty much everybody is focused on the June low. So, might not be exact dollar for dollar, cent for cent retest. Could be a little bit above, could be a little bit below. But for me, for all intents and purposes, today and even like Friday has now accomplished the retest. So the question is, what comes next? And now it's just like a wait and see because we are down several days in a row. We're actually down 5 days in a row on the SPY. Going back to like the Monday pre CPI, we're down quite a few sessions in a row, or quite a few sessions over like that 2 week stretch, right? So, five in a row, but maybe like down like seven out of the last 10. So definitely getting more oversold. It seems like we're due for a bounce, but at the same time, if we decisively lose the June low, we could be in for more downside. I think what I'll be watching, and this was kind of talking through the levels during the week or during the session today, was I think the most important thing in the near term is going to be getting back above the 8 EMA. I place a lot of importance on the 8 EMA when it comes to momentum trading. So right now the 8 EMA is at 377.85. Tomorrow it's probably going to be lower. So basically a move into like the mid 370s is probably going to be important for the SPY to show signs of stabilizing. Um, uh, Looking ahead on the calendar, there's really two big things that I'm focused on, both in the beginning of September. So it's going to be the jobs report that first Friday. So not this coming Friday, but the following Friday, and then after that, the CPI on the 13th is going to be huge, 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 huge. That if we're going to get a bounce, a sustainable bounce, it's probably going to revolve around that October CPI release. So we do have some time until that event, but I do think like as we get closer, it's going to get more attention and more eyeballs, and people are going to be more focused on what that inflation reading is because it's really going to set the tone probably for a good portion of October, and then the Fed meeting it'll be the first week of November, so things are going to fall into place real fast after that. As far as downside levels underneath the 52-week low, one of the things I'll be watching is the 200 week. So this is a weekly moving average. This is a 200 week, 358.21. We did slice through it in the pandemic. So during March of 2020, you can see we did break below it. But going back a little ways further, this was the taper tantrum back at the end of 2018. You can see we hit it and ricocheted off it perfectly. This was like late December 2018. So I do think the 200 week is going to be in a level to keep an eye on. Underneath that, got to go back a little ways, but you can see we could have a path down to like the 330s, maybe even like the 320s. So this level, this 52-week low is important because things could snowball pretty quickly underneath it. So a lot of people are looking at it. I expect volume to be elevated, volatility could be elevated, and I think the next 2 weeks could be some really like busy trading, even if we don't have like a ton of news. And then once we get to that CPI, that could really set the ball in motion for the remainder of October with like earnings coming up, obviously. So there's gonna be a lot going on. So definitely think like. The Q setup is slightly different, but I definitely think for me, like the focus right now is a little bit more on the SPY just because of where it's sitting. Okay, so if you like this video and you're looking for more information about swing trading with options or trading in events with options, some of these events, these economic events, have just been huge volatility drivers for the indices. I mean, I definitely feel like it's just continuing to move in that direction too. So if you are interested in learning about trading options around events, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options in play. Have a great night, stay well, and we'll talk to you all tomorrow.